So I was having a conversation one day with one of my family members, and we were talking about all of the basically fucked up decisions we've made when it comes to romantic relationships. And I was like, I don't know why we ever expected to make the right choices in romantic relationships when what we grew up seeing was very toxic, dysfunctional things. Like, I grew up not with the outright belief, but it was like embedded in me that it wasn't love if they weren't yelling at you, cussing at you, causing you some kind of pain. Like if you weren't doing the most to make them love you, like it wasn't love. Like you had to work for it, and even when you worked for it, it was barely anything that you received in return. And this is the kind of love that I received from the person that gave birth to me. So, and then my dad, he was not around when I was a kid. He was in prison for 12 years. He got out when I was 18. So, little girls need their dads. Boys need their dads also, but little girls need their dads. So, I have always been striving and scraping around for any little piece of love that I could get. And I would latch on to whatever felt like love. But I had to realize a while ago that people will give you a tiny piece of something that feels like love, especially when they know your backstory and know your history and know her self-esteem really ain't the greatest. So if I do this and make it seem like it's all this, then she's never going to leave me, especially when everybody leaves her, so she's never going to leave me. And I'm speaking from my own experiences. This is the kind of shit that I dealt with. So it's kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like telling people about what you've been through, and some people, the very things that you tell them you've been through, they put you through it again. Crazy, huh? So it's like you have to be careful who you share yourself with. And when I say share yourself, I'm talking about your inner workings. I'm not talking about sex. That's a whole nother conversation. But you have to be careful who you share yourself with, because everybody is not really there to get to know you and love you. They are using the things you're telling them so that they can benefit from having you in their life. And as long as they're benefiting, they don't have a problem pretending to be things. And also, people can't do what you don't let them do. And I allowed a lot of things in my life because I was like, well, at least they're here type shit. But just because someone's there doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that they're doing you any good. They could be doing more harm than good. And I'm not for that anymore. So, I have learned that I don't have to accept the bare minimum in order to have anybody in my life. And if someone can add to what I already have and love and care for me the way that I will do for them, I don't need them. So I just came on here to say that. Bye.